So yeah, I mean, it was crazy because it was literally the longest climb in Billboard history, 33 weeks to #1 for Out of My League. And it was a pretty incredible journey because we were just out on the road, slogging it out, spreading the word about the song, shows city by city by city, and we just saw it slowly climbing. And it all culminated in the week we found out that we had our first #1 at Alternative, and I had my first baby boy. So it was a pretty historic week for me. Well, I'm half French, my mom's French, so on both our first record on this one, I always try and do a French cover. And that works really well because in the French-speaking parts of Canada, they love to have a French version of a song going. And that was fun and interesting and challenging because Noelle doesn't speak French, so I literally had to write everything out phonetically for her to sing, and I was like making her mouth do the shapes of what a Frenchman would sound like when he sings. So yeah, I love that version, it's fun. To have the Walker go to #1 and to have two top 10 alternative #1 hits, it's pretty special. You know, when it finally happened, it was like, wow, there's only 3 other bands that have ever done that in the history of Billboard, to have their first 2 alternative songs go #1, that being Alanis Morissette, Fun, and Green Day. And I was like, all right, well, that's good company to be keeping. I'll take that one for sure. And we always knew, you know, even from the very first day that like I was sitting in the studio and I wrote this little keyboard part and I just started whistling over it, and I was like, whoa, this is like crack cocaine right here. We always knew there was something special with that song and always had high hopes for it. So for it to go out in the world and just have this explosive moment, you know, Out of My League was just this slow, steady growth, and the Walker was kind of an explosion where it just shot up so fast, and Ellen used it for the Academy Awards, so it was pretty incredible. You know, it's like especially because there was such an evolution for us as a band in our sound and as musicians from the first record to the second record. You know, to put it in context, the first record we wrote 12 songs, 10 of them made it onto the record. But because we knew that there was going to be a lot of growth and experimentation on this record, we wrote, I think, almost 40 songs in 35 days. It was an insane period of creativity, very intensive. But what we ended up with was 12 songs that really stood the test of time. And we really tried to make an album that was, as they say, all killer and no filler. Yeah, there's a couple on there. There's Cobra Starship did an amazing one that I love. There's DJ Vice did a great one. We had a lot of remixes done, and those were sort of the ones that stood out to us. So to me, I kind of love each one because they totally take on a different approach to the song. And I love a remix when it takes a song and does something totally unique with it. I mean, I've done some DJ gigs. I mean, I'm not some guy that's gonna do crazy scratching or anything like that, that's for sure. But let's see. I'd be DJ White Chocolate. Stylistically, the evolution, I think what we're just gonna do is build upon sort of the bold attempt that we made on this new record, which is we really wanted to make a cross-genre record and one that still felt authentic and genuine. Even when we were making it, there was people that were sort of questioning our choices, even people within our own camp that were like, oh, this is pretty risky. This is a big step and a half forward for you guys. And I just said, this is what we're doing, get on board, I believe in this. And so for us to have had all the success that we've had with this record has been a real validation of those chances we took. What that's said to us is it's just empowered us more to say, we can do anything we want. We've been able to evolve, and that will always be the moniker of Fitz and the Tantrums, is that we're always evolving and always trying to push the sound forward. As a concert goer, I'm not a huge fan of going to festivals. I kind of like going to see a band in a more intimate setting. But as a performer, I love playing festivals. There's no other opportunity that you get to like play in front of 20, 30, 40,000 people at one time. This is our sort of second go round with a lot of these festivals, but Lollapalooza for us is a very special festival. That was the first true festival that we had ever gotten to do as a band right when the first record was breaking. And for them to invite us back and put us on the main stage in an even better time slot again this year is going to be pretty incredible for us. We're going back to Bonnaroo. We already did Beale Street. We did Hangout Fest, which was our first time there, and that was an amazing experience for us. I love playing festivals. I don't know if I'd want to sit in the sun. I'm Irish. We don't do the sun very well, so